What's up, everybody?
I like that intro. That's a good intro.
You like that? That was.
I like it too. Oh,
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Music.
That's my music right there. So, well, now
That's
I lost
dope.
my place because of that nice intro right there. But before we get going, I want to share this with everybody, so everybody goes and votes for me real quick.
Oh, do I need to vote for your OnlyFans?
Yes. All right. Now, where do we all go?
Faces of Horror.
That was OnlyFans?
I don't know why this is running so slow. No, I don't got it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why
So
this is so messed up. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm looking for.
There you go.
All right, there we go. So I'm doing this Face of Horror thing. Oh, I went back to 14th. I was down to like 9th yesterday. But everybody can vote for me free, like I think twice a day. So the links are in my my Instagram. So go to my Instagram, or I think I put a link in the description for this too. But it's you win $13,000 and you do like a photo shoot with Kane Hodder. I don't know. It sounded pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I entered it and there I am. Nice little picture of me. And yeah, that's that. But we're gonna talk about some stuff tonight. I don't know where we want to start. Should we start with the toys? Talk about third party toy companies and
so do I go to the Face of Horror vote? That's the one?
Yeah, is there a link under there?
It says currently you're 14. Oh hell no. Do we do a scare vote or a daily vote?
Just do the daily vote. Scare vote you gotta pay for.
How much?
I don't know. There's different prices in there.
Does it get you more wins?
Oh yeah, it gives you like a bunch. You can buy like a bunch of votes and stuff like that. I've never done. I just do this. I just do the free votes I can't buy scare votes for myself. I tried, but I mean I don't think it's that expensive or nothing. But I know you can vote twice for the day.
What's it called again?
Face of Horror.
Face of Horror.
I got links in my Instagram or I got a link in the description under this video.
I got it.
Oh.
But anyways, while you guys are doing that, I want to talk about our first topic tonight is third-party toy companies like Ramen Toys. That's like one of the big ones right now. They came in and did the Engine of Vengeance. They kind of did an unlicensed one. And thinking about it, I was thinking, should we be supporting these guys? And I mean, personally, I think so. I don't know. It's kind of like a double-edged sword to me. Like I kind of think it's wrong in a sense because they're not paying licensing fees and all that. But at the same time, these toy companies are in a sense taking advantage of us and charging us, killing us on pricing and everything else. So why not go to this company that's going to do it for cheaper? Because they're doing the what do you call it? The sewer layer or the turtle layer. NECA did the turtle layer. Now nobody was happy with the price, so then they turn around and they're going to do, which actually is turning out to be way better. It's all modular. They're going to have 2 different paint schemes. But like I was saying, thinking about it, I'm like, man, is it wrong to support these third-party companies? I want to see what you guys think about it.
I don't feel like it is. I mean, I'm looking at the Ramen Racers. It's $200 for the car, $15.90 for the Inferno pack, and $15.90 for the interchangeable. What is it? Bumpers, and you get a hood, interchangeable tail light, interchangeable front grille, add-on supercharger, interchangeable rims. So you're looking at what, 30 to 40, and the what do you call it? Well, the Hazlitt was what, 350. So you're still undercutting them, and it looks better, in my opinion.
Oh, it comes with they're doing like accessory packs. I
Mhm.
think they're even trying to do. Aren't they even trying to do the figure that you guys are supposed to get too?
Yeah, I think they are too.
And I mean, my ramen toys. That's they're not really the best example because they do have some licenses. Like I know they've picked up. I don't remember. I don't know which one is off the top of my head. But I know they are. They I think they got Silverhawks license. I think they actually have legitimate licensed Silverhawk figures coming out.
It's surprising.
As long as the third
Yeah,
party looks great, bro, and the pricing and you can't tell the difference, I would say it's awesome. I mean, I don't know what third party company it was, but when HasLab made that Unicron, they made their own Unicron, and it looked almost as better as that Unicron, I think, and it was less of the price, and you couldn't tell the difference. So I agree with you. I mean, I saw the sewer and I thought it looked great. I mean, I was even shocked that that's third party. Now that you're saying that, I didn't know it was. I honestly thought it was a NECA deal. I'm like, that's sweet.
Yeah, I mean,
Still,
they're
we need the
kind of
Ninja
like
Turtles too.
they're kind of like turning into the savior of, they came out, they saved all the people that wanted that Engine of Vengeance. Then now like the NECA turtle layer came out. That was raping us on the price. Nobody, well, I don't know how many. I think a lot of people still bought it personally, but then they came around. Now they're building. They got this. Not only will the NECA stuff like fit with it, but like it's just, I don't know. The thing is, I really want to get it, dude. It's modular, so you can keep adding on to it. There's 2 different ones. They're doing it in 2 different paint schemes. They're gonna have all this add-on shit. Yeah,
That's cool.
Ramen is definitely
also
becoming the savior of our toy lines right now.
And really, with these third parties, I think that's where everybody is gonna go if prices keep going up, and I don't see nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's what we want to collect, I say. I mean, if people start saying things, well, they can mind their own business, but if you guys love it and you think that third party is the way to go, I mean, I've been on the fence about it, but it looks like I'm gonna jump over that fence for some third party
because
stuff,
if you go in like the comment section and stuff, there is a lot of hate for them. Like they take a lot of shit, like, oh, you're making these figures and you're not paying the licensing fees, or you're just you're taking somebody else's work. And it's like, I get all that, I really do. Like it in a sense it does kind of bother me, but at the same time, like, dude, these toy companies that do have these licenses, like right now, dude, they're killing. Like the prices don't make sense anymore. They don't make sense anymore. So if I think there's like, I don't know, I don't remember what one's Magic Toys, maybe. I think they got a Leon the Professional figure that just came out, I think, that I want.
Yeah.
Dude, I could care less if it says Leon the Professional on the box, dude. Like.
Well, you see that I had that Frank Castle, the John Bernthal, which they call it the Frank the Punishing Man. And dude, he looks great. He almost looks like a hot toy, which, by the way, I got that one from Whatnot. And I just want to say real quick, EC3, Spidey Moves is a good friend of T3's and I send them the link to your channel. He's actually also promoting your live stream on Whatnot. So people on Whatnot are also seeing your live stream. So you're doing 2 live streams at one, man. And I already told them to subscribe to you and to support your channel. So guys, follow EC Collecting. He's a great guy. Knows a lot about his gremlins and stuff like that. So I just wanted to throw some love out there for you, EC. So,
thank you. Yeah, thanks for showing up. Might as well get to everybody else that's up in here in the chat real quick. Rolando,
thank you, Spidey.
Here.
Appreciate
What's
it.
up, Rolando? Mega Demon, like always, #1 in the chat. Can always rely on him. My mom is even here tonight. Vader's girl, what's going on? Thanks for showing up. Izzy67, always counting on you. T3 Collections even in the chat. Wow.
Oh, hey.
Oh, and I don't want to forget Dre, Collector Safe Space. If I forget Dre, dude, I'll never hear the end of it.
Yeah, but third party, I mean, I think I got 2 third parties that look like Hot Toys, and I think they're looking great. I mean, that my last one was that John Bernthal Punisher one, or the Punishing Man, and he looks like a hot toy to me. And I mean, I had to take the chance on it and just open it up myself and see it, and wow, he looks like him. So it's awesome.
Yeah, 5K is the one that does all the knockoff Hot Toys, isn't it?
Yeah, and somebody else, I think Daft Toys or something like that too.
There's a bunch of them now. I've noticed the prices have kind of gone up on some of those too, though. You know.
Yep.
And that's right. That's where it kind of like right now, like the stuff's like cheaper and stuff. If it stays there, hell yeah, I'm all for it. But like if their prices start going up just as high as like the rest of them, like no way.
What up, King Maine?
Even Spidey moves Lou from. Oh, okay, I'm good. Third-party companies, as long as they don't infringe on smaller, more independent toy companies. Oh yeah, definitely agree with that. King
So
Maine,
wouldn't Valaverse be considered a third party? Because
no, they're more like they're a small company, independent. They bought out the Action Force stuff, so or whatever was Pally Toys that was making Action Force. I think Valaverse probably bought that rights from the Pally Toys. They started making the Action Force ones. Of course, they have different characters, of course, from what the old Action Force was. Because I mean, I remember, they had the Tripwire in black. He was actually Tripwire in the Action Force was actually riding the Cobra Fang, which was the little bitty single helicopter. But they called it something else over there, and then like Gung Ho was called Gaucho over there. But I don't think they're gonna make a Gung Ho and call it Gaucho over here because of all the, all these
probably
trademarks and stuff. But that's why they have Condor, and to me, he should have been called Giggles instead. But
yeah, I was actually gonna say what Dre was saying, that Valaverse is kind of like Four Horsemen. It's kind of like their own thing. Although it is kind of. Valaverse does kind of take some cues from the G.I. Joe line, so it's kind of iffy with that. I don't know, but because of it's its own like thing, I don't know. It's hard, I guess.
But isn't an independent company is considered a third party in a sense? Because you think like they made Master Universe Classics, and then they went out and did for their Four Horsemen brand. Mythic Legions, which is they're literally copied their Masters of the Universe stuff, because they have a Panther, they have a He-Man, they have a Skeletor. So, in a sense, I would think that's I don't know. I think
they're a top number one third party.
Independent companies in general are killing it.
I guess I'm focusing I'm talking about like the ones that are doing like straight up a Batman figure, but they do not name. Obviously, they can't name it because it's not licensed. Right. So I don't know. Third party doing knockoffs. I don't. But like Four Horsemen with Mythic Legions and Cosmic Legions, like it's like their own kind of like their own license in a sense, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I see Mystic Legions and Valaverse like kind of like how McFarlane was at one time, that he was his own thing, and then he just started getting like the licenses. So I feel that eventually maybe these other like Valaverse is gonna end up getting other licenses and stuff like that. So that's how I see them in a way.
I kind of think that's kind of like where Ramen Toys is right now. They're kind of at that tipping point where they were doing like, they still, don't get me wrong, there still is stuff on there that is clearly like an unlicensed version of like the mask toy line. They're doing mask toys right now,
the gold wing, exactly.
But they're also getting into getting licenses, because like with the Silverhawks, they got Silverhawks license. So I don't know. I think they're in the right direction.
Somebody said Brave Star that they got too, I think.
Yep.
So
yeah, they're doing.
So, yeah.
I mean, I support them. I don't know. They're especially when they make something I really want that you get priced out of because shit's way too expensive.
You go back to the Engine of Vengeance. Obviously, that didn't fund. It was too expensive. I don't care what anyone says. I did back it, then I was like, you know what? This is a bad investment. and I'm kind of glad it didn't happen. But just recently, when they did the HasLab Giant Man reveal, they said that all those figures that they announced for Engine of Vengeance will get used here in the near future. So I'm not really too worried about it.
What's Giant Man sitting at right now?
For almost close to $5,000, I think. Let me see real quick. I think my app messes up sometimes. Oh, great. I can't do it.
4,491 backers.
There you go.
It's almost at 45%.
Why haven't any companies gotten a license for Exo Squad?
Ooh.
I do honestly right now. I think I wouldn't be surprised if we did get some, sooner or later. I know, like I just heard. I was reading through a bunch of the Ramen Toys comments. I don't want to keep bringing them up, but I was like reading through comments and everything, and they were answering back to a lot of people, and they got like tons of stuff, and that's all they focus on is like all 80 toy lines. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see them do something like that. There's a lot of stuff I want to see come back. I like Street Sharks, my Cowboys of Moo Mesa, finally getting both of those back. Mattel's doing a retro release, or they're doing like the retro toy line of them. So that'll be cool.
Street Sharks is coming back. I can't remember who's bringing them back though.
What is?
Street Sharks is coming back. Somewhat.
Yeah, Mattel's bringing them back.
Okay, it is Mattel. Yep. Yeah, Cowboys of Moo Mesas by Nacelle.
Yep. So. And those were actually getting a new cartoon and new toys.
Hey, Tim.
Yep, on
What's up, Tim's talk?
Roku. It's on Roku or Fubu, I don't remember. Or Fobo, whatever.
That was one of my favorites.
Trying to think what other 80s that they should bring back. I think they should bring back Dino Riders.
That comes up.
I think that'd be cool.
I think a lot of people want that for sure.
I've always wanted that T-Rex, with the freaking missiles or a gun. I mean, I don't know.
That seems like one that would be like high on the list in my opinion. Like I'm surprised. There's so many. God, if you like. It's funny because like I think about that like growing up, like I know I didn't even have a lot of the different toy lines, and you go and look back at them all, and there's like tons of shit. Like it's like crazy. That's why I get a kick out of when I hear people talking about like, oh yeah, I had all this stuff when I was a kid. I'm like, come on, dude, really? Like, welcome, Linda Borum.
Hi, Linda. Y'all haven't subscribed to Easy Collecting, please do so. Really cool guy, knows his stuff. Please follow him. Thank you.
Did Ramen Toys make Centurions?
Oh, good question.
No,
or that's something they're doing right now.
Well, I know a lot of these companies are they're going through all the toy licensing that hasn't been made and trying to bring everything back.
Yeah, I know that's what Ramen Toys has been focusing on, is doing all those 80 toy lines. I guess I know you guys will get a kick out of this.
Doesn't say. Why haven't any company got the license of Exo Squad? Does anyone? I think I remember that cartoon, but not sure.
You gotta like look into them to freaking remember all this stuff.
I was gonna say GoBots. I was gonna say
GoBots.
Hey, I know. I don't think it was maybe it was a late '80s, early '90s, but I would like them to bring back Captain Planet figures. I think that'd be cool.
I could see that.
I could see that too.
Captain Planet would be dope. Especially that. What was the name of the bad Captain Planet? He was really cool. He was all yellow.
Dude, I don't know. It's been so long since I've seen that.
No, I don't remember that either.
I don't even come across like the vintage toys of Captain Planet ever. It's just are those pretty rare to find?
No, you can find Captain Pollution. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
No, they're not. Some people have them, but you don't find them. It's rare that you find them in the card box, but opened up, you'll some people will sell them, and they won't have the whole set, but
I used to watch that like every day before school. That was
Don Cheadle Captain Planet.
Oh jeez.
That too. I was like,
that was so funny.
It's pretty awesome.
Dude,
the lineup for me after school was Captain Planet, and it would switch between the Spider-Man animated series and X-Men. And then it would go into whatever, like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or something like that.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, Fresh Prince definitely.
Mine was, I don't know, I had a different variety. I mean, I was seeing like even those Disney cartoons like Tailspin and Chip and Dale, DuckTales. Yeah. Those were my line.
Dude, DuckTales was awesome.
Dragon Ball Z in Spanish for me. I had to put the little antenna up to get the Mexican channel, and that was my after school thing too. I'm over here like that, I got it, yeah. And then I have to like. There was one time I put the antenna, the ear ones. I taped it to the wall and it worked. And I was like, perfect. And it worked for a whole month. And then I had to move it around. I was like, dang it.
I just read Saturday morning cartoons was the shit.
That is true. Spidey Move says, Lou from What Not says, I'm surprised Super 7 hasn't done Captain Planet. Seems very Super 7.
Yeah, that does.
It does, actually. I agree.
I wouldn't be, dude. I seriously, like, the way things have been going, I wouldn't be surprised if we see all that stuff. Super 7's got so much shit going too. I don't even know how they do it.
Just keep plugging along, dude. I ordered that Iron Giant.
That looks pretty cool.
That's why it takes forever to get them, though.
Yeah, I know, dude. It's like a year. I took a year out.
Lines going.
I ordered that. I ordered the Mars Attacks. Oh, those look so good.
Yeah. Yeah. I like any Super 7.
Bakugan was way after all of our time.
That was like the Pokemon era when Bakugan came out.
I've never even watched Pokemon.
Mummy Alive? I actually do remember that because when I worked at some little independent video store that used to get rented out all the time. Like rented.
Mommy's Alive. I don't know if I remember that.
I
would have to see it. It sounds familiar.
I think it was only on one season of it too. It wasn't like huge.
Dude, there was some good Nickelodeon cartoons back in the day too, like Real Monsters. I love that one. I want Super 7 to do Real Monsters. I want an Ickis, and that was always my favorite one. Ickis was always my favorite.
Nickelodeon. Yeah, no, before that I was watching what is it? The Adventures of David the Gnome, The Little Bits, Pinwheel. I don't know if y'all remember that. I was watching what was the little koala, and then I think it's called Inky and Pinky or whatever, where the little girl had that koala bear and she touched his nose and then hi, and he'd come to life.
I remember that.
Yeah, those were my times when I was young. And then everybody started talking about Ed, and Eddie and all those other ones. But I think Ed, and Eddie, Dre was Cartoon Network, not Nickelodeon.
I was never a fan of Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
I never got into Cartoon Network.
Yeah, I was watching those.
King Main's right. So Super 7 still hasn't done a Bartman.
Yeah, they have to. If there's no way they're gonna skip that.
They haven't done Doug. Oh, I remember Doug.
See, a lot of these were like later though, like Courage the Cowardly Dog. Even Pokemon was like kind of later. I was already. I wasn't really watching cartoons at that time anymore. I remember it being on because I had younger brothers and sisters, but it wasn't really my thing.
I think Courage was out during the time when it was like, what was it, Dog and Cat and all those?
Oh yeah,
Cat
Cat
Dog.
Dog and
Or Cat Dog, whatever. Yeah, Heathcliff.
Oh yeah, that's 80s, isn't that?
Heathcliff
80s?
is the 80s, yeah. When with the gang,
I was thinking of Recess. I want the kids.
Oh, Recess, yeah,
Oh,
Recess.
yeah.
Which actually it wasn't that bad of a cartoon. I kind of liked Recess. But even that, I think I was already
I
starting.
think also Hey Arnold was one of them too.
Oh yeah, Hey Arnold. We haven't gotten a Hey Arnold toy line, have we? I know they've done Hey Arnold toys, but it wasn't like not from like Super 7 or anything.
Yeah, I'm with Toy Scales. A super articulated Space Ghost and Birdman. I would.
Yeah,
God. Dude, yeah. How have we not? I can't believe Super 7 hasn't done Hanna-Barbera. That's another one.
What's his? I would want. What's his name? The damn mantis. Hey, what's that? That one. What's going on? That was a cool show, man. Honestly, guys, if any toy line were to pick this TV show up, I know it was a live action TV show, but I loved it. Was Salute Your Shorts. I wouldn't mind if they were to make a few of those.
Dude,
fucking Donkey Lips, good old Donkey Lips.
Ugly.
Dude, Legends of the Hidden Temple was the shit.
Oh, they did a reboot of that. I think it's still on. Actually.
Yeah, dude, they did like a movie of that.
Oh yeah, Brack. Brack was that alien.
Brack. That was the mantis. Hey, what's that?
King Mane. I'm old, so my cartoons are like Flintstone, Kids, Snorks, Captain Caveman. Wait till your father gets home and Simpsons. I remember all those, dude. I'm 44. Yeah. I know all that stuff. My sister used to watch
Jabberjaw. Remember that Jabberjaw?
Well, dude, even
I've heard of it.
All those old cartoons, like those ones, everything from the 80s and like 90s, all played like throughout my whole childhood too. Like, it was like probably the 2000s when everything kind of changed. Because I mean, I watched all that stuff on the regular, and that's not from that. I mean, that's earlier than my time.
2000s when Nickelodeon pretty much took over everything.
Yeah. Captain Caveman 6-inch.
Awful Waffle. That's right, Awful Waffle.
Awful Waffle. Yeah, Jabberjaw. You don't remember Jabberjaw? Jabberjaw was that one where it was the shark, and he was with a band group, and it was that guy that did like the curly from. Sweetly, that one, yeah. Sweetly,
yeah. Rocco's Modern Life. I remember my sister watching that.
Yep, that was like the time. It was like Rocco's Modern Life, Hey Arnold, Real Monsters.
And that's SpongeBob era too, and all that stuff. All that came out pretty much at the same time. What about My Pet Monster?
Oh, My Pet Monster was cool.
That was like 80s, late 80s, I think, early 90s, I think.
Early 90s.
Is it early 90s? Okay.
I really wish Super 7 would pick up that like that Nickelodeon era, all that stuff, Our Real Monsters, all that shit.
Well,
never say
if
never.
Anybody should pick up Nickelodeon stuff, it should just be Playmates. I mean, not that I wouldn't want Super 7 not to. I think Super 7 would be great, but even Playmates that are bringing back doing all the Turtles, which is owned by Nickelodeon, should pick all that Nickelodeon stuff. Yeah. And I think it'll sell.
Where did Ren and Stimpy originate? Was it Nickelodeon?
Nickelodeon. Yeah. It was at nighttime with all that and Rugrats or Doug. It was Doug, Rugrats, and then Ren and Stimpy was the last one. There was those three. All that was with Are You Afraid of the Dark and some 2 other shows in between. Forgot.
Yeah, but you remember those cartoons were on at night because they were like deemed mature, like way mature. And that's why I was like,
no, sir. I don't like it.
My parents let my sisters watch that stuff. I never liked SpongeBob. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate. Never liked.
Oh, dude, I hate SpongeBob. I hate that like over obnoxious shit, dude. Like I just can't. I can't.
Yeah.
The screaming and like
that crap.
Yeah, like burping and farting and all that. Like I just can't. It's just overly obnoxious. I can't get down with it.
I'm just annoyed with his voice. Or what was it? his laugh. That shit. Oh man, I'm like, shut the hell up, bro.
I like Squidward because he hated everybody. That's the only reason I like Squidward.
Lou from Whatnot, thank you for subscribing to me. I'm not big on my channel. I'm more for my friends up here, my brothers over here.
Follow JJ.
No. Anyways, you guys remember? I know you guys have to remember, and it was awesome at night. Liquid Television.
Oh my god!
I don't
on
remember,
MTV.
but I know what you're talking
Blast
about.
from the past.
Neon Flux and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, that was awesome stuff. It was out. That stuff was crazy.
What's up with that Toy Story NFL thing that's starting?
Oh, that's just they do the play.
Is it like, are they actually doing like a full game in like animation? Like from when I was reading, it sounded like it's like actually like the game played like, or just in animation, like with
I don't know
that they're using.
Yeah, they want to push. They're trying to push NFL towards kids more, just like how Nickelodeon was doing it. But I really don't know how they're. I guess the AI is watching NFL and then they're putting it with Toy Story. I don't know. It's crazy, but
it's supposed to like the plays are supposed to like happen like within like 30 seconds after the real play. Like I don't know. We'll see what happens. And then you're gonna have like Buddy and or Buzz and Woody on the sidelines and stuff. I don't know.
Yep.
I got gimmick to get kids to watch the NFL.
That's all it is.
Yeah, think about it. Is it on ABC, that game? Is it on ESPN? I think it is, right? Owned by Disney, so that makes sense.
I don't really.
I thought it was on Disney Plus or something like that.
Yeah, I think it is on Disney Plus because
it is ESPN Disney Plus. Yeah, so
I know it's October. It starts October.
Oh, and you know what else? Why they're pushing that too? Because they already announced that Spectrum has already made a deal with Disney. So they're gonna get like Disney Plus and all that other stuff. I think ESPN Plus which is kind of stupid because I mean those are streaming, apps and stuff, and now you're gonna put it on. I don't know. I think it's weird, but whatever.
Well,
dude,
Spectrum
getting out of control.
They're doing the ad version of Disney Plus. I mean, I get it because Disney's not making a ton of money, and they also need a shitload of subscribers. So they're getting 16 million subscribers that didn't have Disney Plus. It's all a money move.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And good old ball Iger.
Yeah, that's how they struck the deal. Was like, okay, this is what we want. This is what we want. I think Charter Spectrum's paying a ton of money. I think it's like $600 million something a year, and then they get Disney Plus added as a channel. You know what's going to happen, right? That this happened. Max is going to do that. Paramount Plus, they're all going to do it now. We're just basically going back to the cable model again.
Yeah, but I mean, they're trying to basically go back to cable model, but I don't really see that happening anymore. I mean, honestly, I think the way YouTube already got the NFL Sunday ticket package, and it's a lot cheaper for people. A lot of people are saying, I let go of DirecTV. I'm paying half of what I was paying with DirecTV and the Sunday package.
Oh, and yeah. I would
really, I think that's going to kill DirecTV. So I think satellite's going to go. I don't know about Dish Network, what they have, but I don't ever hear much about Dish Network much, only that they're trying to throw of course, for you and the IT that it's all Dish Latino, and we're like, we live in the States, we can speak English too. We speak English, like, come on, man, like Dish Latino, like whatever. I would
never go back to cable. There's no way. Like it just. No. The pricing for it is just ridiculous. My only issue with streaming now is like everybody having to have their own streaming service. So it's like, what streaming service do I pick? I mean, right now I got so many, and then like I'll just like not, I'll get one for like a month, get caught up on it, and then get rid of it, and then but it's like it's a mess. It's always a mess. Like everything's going. It got shitty when everybody decided they have to have their own fucking streaming service. And I mean,
if you think about it, EC, You're right about that, and what makes it pretty bad is that if you're a new customer and you get like the basic package or like that digital package for Spectrum, you're paying about $70-$80. If you have almost all streaming services, which is Prime and I'm not including the annual fee, the
Right.
annual pay. Talk about monthly. You got Disney Plus, Netflix, Max, Amazon Prime, Hulu. What's the other ones? Paramount and Peacock. Like that's just 7 right there that we named. All that together is almost the same amount that you're paying
Right.
for digital package or digital channel or whatever. And it's like, or YouTube TV if you want to add that for that matter, or premium, whatever. It's like, wow, you're actually not really saving if you have all those. And like you said, like a good example, I don't give a shit about Paramount. The only reason I want Paramount is because of Halo and because of Tulsa King. Other than that, Yellowstone comes out on Peacock. So I'm like, okay.
Well, yeah, that too. And like, there's a lot of these shows. They're on like multiple streaming service channels or streaming services. You got streaming services that they have different, like, if you want streaming without commercials, or do you want, all that kind of
Hulu,
I don't know, dude. It's just like it's a mess now. It's a huge fucking clusterfuck.
It's that money seeking.
Look at it this way. So Max is bleeding money because all their movies have failed but one, which was Barbie, and so they licensed out, dude, like pretty much everything they have. So you see stuff on Amazon Prime now and Netflix. So like Ballers was an HBO only show. It's on Netflix now. That's how bad Warner Brothers needs money. Crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Which I don't know. It's ridiculous. But I know that Colin has some other stuff to talk about, which we are in the line of movies. Did you want to talk about your next topic that I see up there that you said?
The Dave Filoni saving Star Wars. I'm curious to see what you guys think about this, because that's what I've been hearing everybody saying. Dave Filoni saved Star Wars. Don't get me wrong. I'm caught up on Ahsoka. I think it's been pretty damn good. That last episode was really good.
Really good.
Okay, so let me go first, T, if you don't mind. I've only watched episode 1 and 2 of Ahsoka. I don't give a shit about spoilers. That it doesn't bother me when people talk about spoilers. I'm different. Makes me want to go see the show even more. So I'm gonna catch up tonight. But about Dave Filoni saving Star Wars, he's just saving Ahsoka right now. That's it. He's saving Rebels. That's all that's going on.
Right.
To say that he saved Star Wars, I think it's a little too much. Now, if you get rid of a certain someone, which I'm not going to mention the name, but I'm going to say some initials, KK, and put Filoni in there, then we can say he's going to save Star Wars. But other than that, that's just my 2 cents. I'm done. I don't know if you guys agree with me.
No, I agree with what you. I definitely agree with what you said. The other part of me is like, does Star Wars really does it need to be saved? I mean, really, like, think about it. Like, Star Wars, old Star Wars. I mean, it's great. I think if they just get somebody that can write,
like Filoni, like Favreau.
Yeah.
Well, think of it this way. Filoni has been with George Lucas he's been with George Lucas the longest, so he knows everything about Star Wars. So why would you not have him take over as the president of Lucasfilm?
Right.
It's like a no-brainer.
Yep.
It's all because of Iger, man. He likes KK for some reason. I mean, we heard before she was gonna leave after the next Indiana Jones movie. It's been what, 3-4 months, and supposedly she got an extension. I mean,
Yeah, I got a lot of things about Disney right now, and I'm like, what? There's a lot of Disney shit. I loved Disney. I just think they're on the wrong path right now, and I don't know why they just can't see it. I think they're focused on the wrong things,
Exactly.
They should be focused on storytelling, and that's it, not everything else they're fucking doing.
So let me bring this up. So since you brought that up, do you think that's Iger's fault, or do you think that's Chapek's fault? Because everything fell apart when Chapek took over. The Marvel Universe fell apart, Pixar fell apart, pretty much Disney Animation fell apart. Like Disney
Well,
fell apart.
the difference between Chapek and Iger is that Chapek was looking for more of money. So he was throwing out the quantity out there. Iger was more about the quality. That's why the Infinity Saga was great. The multiverse saga is going off whack because we don't know what's going on. Because Chapek wants. I mean, look, I'm sorry, but it's just too much Marvel going on out there. MCU with having like 12 stuff out there instead of like 3 things or 4 movies or maybe one movie and 3 movies, whatever. But no, we got this show, movie, and it's like that's too much. And I know they want to rush multiverse instead of doing a 10-year thing like they did with Infinity Saga. They want to kind of cut it down 3 years to make it 5 to 7 for the saga. And I get that because the actors, they get older and you can't keep them long either. But it's better the quality over quantity. When you do quality, you're gonna get your money. If you do the quantity, you're just half-assed it, and you guys know that.
100%.
The same thing with toys.
And even the whole like you were saying,
I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna put my kid
everybody's confused and everything. Like they know what movies they're gonna put out. Why can't you still release them in order? I don't understand that either.
I don't know. Like if you think about it, COVID's happened, so that threw off everything. Now
I know, but they can't keep blaming COVID forever.
No, I know. But the strikes happened, so that really threw a wrench into everything. Like, what was I just reading? Sean Levy, the director of Deadpool 3, said when they go back, they will finish that film. It'll be done in the can, and then they can edit it, do VFX. I was like, damn, dude. We just started getting glimpses of Deadpool and then Wolverine, thinking that they just filmed it, like maybe a month worth. But they filmed way more than that before that. That's crazy. So they did that like in secret and no one knew. So that's kind of cool. So when the strike ends, they go back to work and we get Deadpool 3.
Yeah, they've been doing a lot of that secret shit lately. Nuts. Yeah, they need to. I don't know. A lot of things I could say.
Feel free to say whatever you want.
I just think everything's screwed up right now. People are focused on the wrong things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like both said, it goes back to quality of writing.
Yeah, no, it does. I don't care about quantity. I wanted to like I was actually kind of like with the first 2 episodes of Ahsoka. Actually, like I'm not saying they were bad. I'm not saying that. I just thought like shit in it was kind of dumb in my opinion. Like, why is there I don't know. I'm not gonna get into that. Whatever. The show is good. I'm happy with the show. But actually, okay, so I actually not into this movie thing. Watching Outer Dimension podcast before we went on, they were talking about their movies and they kind of got on the subject of movies like that, like movies we saw in school at a time. So made me think of extending on that and movies that you could use as like a lesson or a tool for teaching. And before I give mine, I want to hear what you have to say about yours.
So what I remember, and I don't remember if it was high school or if it was junior high. I'm pretty sure it was high school. I think it might have been my freshman year. My teacher put on Blood In, Blood Out, and I know they mentioned it. There's a ton, like that movie is so rated R. I was like surprised. I mean, we had a I think we had to get our parents sign permission slips to watch it. But there's a lot to learn on that. Like, there's a Hispanic culture. There's a white guy trying to be a Hispanic. You can learn about how prison really is, because I think that movie is based on a true story actually. So like a lot of that, there's a lot of learning in that, even though it's so violent, but it's so good. I love Blood In, Blood Out.
Oh, that's funny. I mean, you're a little bit older than I am, but even that's the first time I was introduced to that movie was in. It had to have been or it was early high school. I know it was early high school. Obviously, there was shit they probably cut out because I don't think they would have showed us everything that was going on in there.
Right.
But I mean, one of the movies I always said that they could use as a teaching tool, it was Requiem for a Dream with Jared Leto.
Oh,
Jennifer Connelly. I mean, it's a very fucking graphic movie, but I've always said, like, I've lived it. I've been around a lot of those, a lot of that shit. I mean, that movie is like dead on what happens when you get hooked on something. And like, I've always said they should be showing this they don't do Dare anymore. Obviously, I don't know if they do any of that kind of shit anymore, but you want to show people like what it's like for someone to have a drug problem, show them that movie, because it does not fuck around. It doesn't leave anything out. It shows everything, shows how bad it gets, how much it ruins not only your life but everybody else's life. And like, I don't even think schools do they even do that anymore, because I know like my brother and sister, I don't think they got shown movies like that in school anymore. And actually, thinking about how times are right now, I couldn't see them showing Blood In, Blood Out at school. There's no way.
Yeah, no, like my son, we just had to sign a permission slip for like a bunch of like I think war movies, like Saving Private Ryan and stuff like that. I can't remember the other one. There was something older, something River Over the Kwai or something like that. And I was like, really? They have to make you sign a permission slip for this? Like, I literally can show you all this at home. I have it all, but I mean, I get it. It's war and violence. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, remember, times have changed, like you guys said. Times have changed when it comes to schools. Now, like they say, school shootings is the new norm, and excuse me for saying that, but that's what people say. I don't believe that. I just think I blame parents more than anything on that.
Oh,
because
that's another thing with like today is we don't like to actually blame the real causes and root causes for things. We we blame the object. We don't blame the parenting or whatever else. I like even with that, like to me, growing up, visual stuff, that was the best way to learn for me. So like to show a movie like that about something, I don't care if it's brutal, but it's honest, it's real. Like if it's honest and real, I'm for my kids seeing that. If he's gonna learn from it.
Yeah. There's that movie Kids. You remember that movie?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's another one. That
was another one. Yeah.
Got drugs and rape. So there was stuff like that. I mean, I don't know if you would want to show that now, because it's back then. I think it was rated X then.
Yeah, that one had a different, like a NC or whatever. Yeah, NC 17 rating.
That's just the problem. It's just that we say that we shouldn't show that now, but I mean, look, I and to each own parent, I'm proud of the parent that actually whoops their kid's butt out in the streets. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm calling CP. No, it's like you're doing your discipline now, so they don't have to be in prison, so we don't have to pay our taxes. So I get it. So cool. Now if you don't want to whoop, that's fine. I get that. Everybody's entitled, but like when it comes to my daughter, I tell her the real life truth. I don't fairy tale stuff. And right now it seems like our kids are being dummied down by the school systems by showing Harry Potter, by showing stuff like that too, where it's like you can have dreams too. Get the fuck out of here. And excuse my language, EC. I know this. I'm sorry. I get real riled up. I get riled up with this because our kids are being shown that, oh, you can dream, when you got to show them reality. You know, not every kid is going to be a rapper. Not every kid is going to be an NFL player. Like, show them, like, hey, we need doctors. We need nurses. We need this. We need that. You know, show them movies like that you guys are saying. You know, Saving Private Ryan, that was about World War II. That was history. And a lot of people don't see that history repeats itself. So we need to show our kids these things. And of course, disclaimers are it happens. We need they're going to have permission slips to sign because of course, like I said, modern times now, the kids are different and they don't want a movie. They don't want. It's all about suing. That's what they're worried about. They don't want the kid to go do something wrong and then, oh, we're gonna get sued. So that's why they do the signature stuff. But you know, the one movie that sticks with me that I remember that was very educational, very violent, not as violent as Saving Private Ryan, but it was back in 7th grade. Was Glory with Morgan Freeman, with what's Denzel, with Matthew Broderick, Mr. Ferris Bueller. It was about the Civil War, and you notice that, I mean, nobody survived in that movie, and that's one of my favorites. I got it on Blu-ray, and it showed you what happened and why these people fought and why the situation happened. And if you start showing them other stuff that's not real life, I mean, I don't know if there's wizards out there. Maybe there are. I don't know. But, you know.
I don't know. I'm still waiting for my Hogwarts letter, dude.
Yeah, me too. I'm waiting for my owl to get around.
Yeah.
Dude, over here, the only thing I have are lechuzas, not owls from Wizard World. But, you know, showing our kids that stuff, it is, you know, it opens up their eyes to say that, hey, that can repeat itself if we don't make changes. You know, we're at a brink of maybe another world war. It's been so many years. World War I and World War II were just so close. We're at a brink of that, you know.
The way everybody's divided right now. Shit, I mean.
Yeah, and I look at even the Civil War, like you just said right now. You know, that's, you know, it happens in other countries. A good example, just not that long ago, 3 years ago, we had this Pangea. You know, I don't want to say the whole, you know, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The 19. You know what happened 100 years ago from that? It was the Spanish flu, and that's where I was telling people this Pangea is not what worries me. It's what worries me. What happens after? Because if you remember, the Spanish flu happened. What happened right after that? The Great Depression, and that was just the States. Now we're so bonded together. It's starting to happen where everything's starting to crash everywhere, and we're like, uh-oh. So we need to show our kids the histories, but they want to hide that stuff and just dumb them down because they don't want us to know stuff. So, yeah, I'm glad you let them see Saving Private Ryan and what was the other one? The Passing the River of Kawhi Leonard or whatever it was.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of movies that are on that list.
I saw Gods and Generals in school. That was another Civil War one.
So I remember in '97 when
I forgot.
Gettysburg?
Yeah, Gettysburg. That's the other one. Long ass movie.
Oh, 97. I remember watching Braveheart in school.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, stuff like that. I mean, the last movie I saw that wasn't really educational and it was rated R was Tremors 2. I don't know how based on the true story that was, but, you know, we got to see that.
I know that last year my daughter came home and we had to sign a permission slip for her to watch Burning Red. And I was all, what? I'm all, who gives a fuck? Well, I don't care. I was like, I don't care if she watches it because it has, I guess, like gay undertones or something. I don't know. I've never watched it, but my daughter was like, I can just watch it at home. It's on Disney Plus. I'm like, yeah, I know. I don't understand why. I was like, I mean, never mind. I get it now because so many people are against everything. So I'm just like, whatever. Just, you want to watch it? She's like, no, we can watch it at home. And I was like, all right, well, then she just went to the library and that was it for her hour and a half, however long that movie was. See, stuff like that, I think that's stupid. Is it educational? I don't know. Never seen the movie. Didn't tell you.
We're worried about the wrong shit nowadays. That's
Yeah. Agreed on that. And we forget that it's our little ones that are gonna take the hit, not us. You know?
Oh yeah, dude. I worry about that all the time with my son. Like, dude, what is it gonna be like when he is an adult? Like, seeing how it is right now, it's like, it's scary, dude. Like,
I showed my daughter the film, the videos of 9/11.
Okay.
I showed her because I wanted her to see what happened back then and why to be I think that showing stuff to our kids like that is to be more observant, because you see them on this crap,
Yep.
and they're over here, and then how many kids have been ran over because they don't look both ways, which is the natural thing to do. Look both ways when you're crossing the street. That's the thing they teach you when you're young, and that's happening. And I just feel that our kids are not as observant as they should be, and showing them that, hey, this is everything you say. Hey Brandon, thank you, man. Thank you for supporting EC Collects, man.
Oh yeah, thank you. Thanks for showing up.
Yeah.
Thanks
So, but yeah, I don't mean to go off subject on that, guys. It's just I just thought it was agreeing that I agree with you guys that your kids showing that. I think that's great parenting from y'all, and I'm very happy to get to know others that are doing great parenting like that. Now what we need to do is show our kids the great parenting with buying action figures. That's what we need to do. Stop watching that damn SpongeBob and start showing them He-Man and all this other stuff that's very educational, and show them the one true movie that's based on a true story. Star Wars: A New Hope. That's it.
Oh, dude, my son's been in training since the day he came out the womb, dude. Like, he's been watching Gremlins since he was like 3, dude.
Awesome.
That's like when son was younger. Like, my wife and I, we sat down to like a movie marathon of all our favorite 80s movies, and we did like Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Back to the Future. Like, we did all the classics, and then I started doing what is it? Yeah, with my old job, we used to go do the Marvel whenever Marvel movie came out, do the midnight showing. And his first movie he's seen with us was, I think, Iron Man 3, and he was, I think, 5. So I've been doing that right, man. I try to go with him every time something big comes out, so he can be a nerd like
Speaking of like movies, guys, because I know you guys are into movies as well, and that's what makes us, nerdy and geeky and all that. So now that we're talking about how Star Wars, Disney's kind of screwed up things. Do you guys? I don't know. Do you guys agree or not? But do you think they should? Personally, I think they should leave it alone. But the French Connection, they want to remake it. You think they should just not? Yeah. I don't.
I don't know. I've. What year is French Connection from? That's like
70s.
Late 70s,
no, not
80s.
I think it's early 70s. I think it was 77 or 79. Do you remember that one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was 71.
71. Never mind. Early.
I remember watching it when I was probably around 10.
But you notice how Hugh, what's his name? Not Hugh Jackman.
Gene Hackman
Thank you, Gene Hackman.
Yeah,
Almost
Gene
there.
Hackman.
You saw him as that bad cop, and that's like, I know that they're gonna change that up with Disney, and it's like, come on, like, don't. That's the reason why the character was meant like that, and it shows you. I hate when people say, well, that's showing negativity. It's like, well, our world's already negative. We need to show our kids the negativity so they can be good people. They can see the opposite and be like, okay, we don't want to be like that. We want to be good cops and great nurses, great doctors.
Yeah, and I mean,
but we always got to show an example.
If you're doing a movie like about a period of time, you want to show like how things accurately were during that period of time. So yeah, to me, that's one of those movies I think should not be touched, because it's, again, not even the movie itself, but the people in the movie, the actors. Those are like, a lot of those actors are people that are uncomparable. Like, you can't compare another actor to them. So like, you get what I'm saying? Like, there's no one that can like I always say with like Arnold, nobody can touch Arnold. Nobody can come close to that character. Like, so you can't remake. I don't know. To me, you shouldn't remake a movie like that. And like all those
French Connection, I don't mind that it gets remade as long as it's written well. If it's written well, the movie can hold up to the original, then I'm all for it. And it has to be directed well. It has to have a good director. So those two things are key to doing a remake. If you do a remake just because you are cashing in, then you know it's going to suck. Point Break, sorry, that movie, that remake, I don't even know why. Yeah, I don't even know why.
Well, it's like Total Recall.
Yeah, another one. I'm tired of remakes, dude. Like, honestly, I'm tired of remakes.
I guess too, like I see your point, but I guess my point of not wanting to is because, again, it's gonna supposedly it's Disney bringing it back as a remake, and you know Disney's changing everything up, and I just feel like that character that was Gene Hackman's character that was so dark in that movie, they're gonna lighten it up to where the ones that did see the old one are not gonna like the new one, and they're gonna be like, "What? It's not what it's supposed to be." And then, you know, okay, good example, like Star Wars, OG Star Wars and Special Edition Star Wars. You show new people the Special Edition before they show them the OG, they're not gonna understand the concept of the story like how we saw the story of OG Star Wars and why we love OG, not Special Edition Star Wars, but OG Star Wars. With Special Edition, you change the whole crap up with like Han Solo, you know. You know the whole who first crap that should have never been messed with, because why? Han Solo was a scoundrel. He was an asshole. We saw him grow up through the 3 movies to become from a scoundrel to a loving man who was going to stay with this princess, you know. And then that's like a dream that we all want. We're like, oh, we're bad, but we find a good woman that changes us, you know. The whole Jabba the Hutt thing when we were growing up, and of course I know it's years now, but we didn't know who Jabba the Hutt was, you know. And then you put him in New Hope, Solo, and it's like, oh, now you know who Jabba the Hutt is. Like, why do that, you know?
Yeah.
And I just see that that's what French Connection is going to be like. You know, they make a new one, and no, sorry.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't consider French Connection a movie that would be an untouchable movie. Because I didn't grow up with it. Like my dad would be something I would ask him, but he probably wouldn't care because he doesn't watch very many movies. Us growing up in the 80s, there was a lot of movies in the 80s that were awesome and still are awesome. I'll bring it up to Dead in what is it, Big Trouble in Little China. Don't ever remake that. I know The Rock wants to, is trying to, but don't touch that fucking movie. That is like an untouchable movie to me.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I'm done with remakes. Like I said when we were talking about this last time, like if they want to, you know, expand on the universe, I'm all for that. Like, you know,
that's different. Yeah.
Being like a fan of like Predator or Alien, I love seeing new material, but I don't want to see you remake the first Predator movie or the first Alien movie. Just expand on it. And I don't know.
So if they could expand the French Connection thing, then that'd be a different story. Then I'm all for something different.
Yeah, that I could see.
Yeah, like Brandon
but
said,
not a remake.
Come back as an old mentor. I would. That's the thing. That's like so cliche because that's what happens in all these movies. It's either they're the son or they're like the mentor. It's like got to come up with something different. But you know, whatever.
You know, there's always
so they'll do whatever they want.
There's always exceptions. You know, obviously there's been remakes that I love, but I mean, there's so much shit they can make movies about, dude. Like, let's start seeing new shit. You can't tell me there isn't fucking piles of scripts, you know, just sitting there, dude. You know, not being probably will never get fucking looked at because they'd rather remake The Little Mermaid than fucking give me something new, you know?
Yeah.
Think about it this way, like at this year alone, like I think last year
was
a good year of movies. This year has been kind of shitty. The one to me that I will remember from this whole year, which I believe deserved an Oscar, is the movie Air. About Nike Air. Like that movie is an original script. Yeah. You know, has great actors. It's directed by Ben Affleck. It's like super good. but it came out so early in the year, people forget about it until Oscar season comes up. It just came out on Blu-ray yesterday, so I was like, man, it took forever for it to come out, and it's already been on Amazon Prime for months. It's super good. So, we need to go back to the era and time where original scripts, original stories, and then you have these comic book films and these blockbuster films during the summer. That's it, like they used to do. Jurassic Park, Twister, Men in Black, all that stuff was during the summer. So
yeah, they don't want to take the gamble on this shit anymore. They want that for sure moneymaker.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And it's sad.
Money.
I'll tell you one remake they should never make, and it's not that old of a movie. And I know they made others, and I hated the others. The original is the best, and it's your movie that's right behind you, T. The Crow.
Oh, the one up.
Yeah. Just leave it alone.
It's coming, buddy.
It's coming.
I know, but leave it alone. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck.
That's the thing is, everyone's asking me like, "Are you pissed?" And I'm like, I don't know how I feel until I see trailer. Like the trailer entices me to go. I'm gonna see it regardless because that's like my all-time favorite movie. Because the hard thing is trying not to compare it to that because Bill Skarsgård and Brandon Lee are two completely different actors doing the same role, so it's gonna be different take. But we'll see. I was like, don't ever touch this film, and they've been trying freaking for like 20 years to do an actual reboot, and I'm like, God, this is terrible.
Jason Momoa, remember they wanted him?
Yeah,
it's weird. It sucks though because like it's hard for me to like think that it would be bad because Skarsgård's he's a good actor to me.
He is a good actor.
Does amazing shit. I mean, look what he did with Pennywise. Like, dude, is that? I mean, fuck. Like,
look at he was in John Wick 4. I did not expect him to be the bad guy, and I was like, wow, he plays a good bad guy. He's in.
Well, isn't that all he's played? The bad guys, in a way, almost the majority of the time.
Like, I don't know. He's pretty well rounded.
Yeah.
Rules.
Yeah.
Well, I just think that they shouldn't remake that one, or Back to the Future, or Police Academy. Those are my.
Well, yeah, those all fit in our like 80s, early 90s movies that are like untouchable. Like back, that time era.
Give me a moment, guys.
They're untouchable.
Keep talking.
That'd be like them trying to remake Goonies right now, which I know they technically did with Stranger Things, but it's a same concept, but a completely different story. But it's the same. Like, I don't know. Goonies would be like, my wife would freak out if they remade Goonies. Will they do it? They will do it eventually. It's going to happen.
I'm surprised they haven't already, to be honest.
I know, me either. I'm surprised they haven't either.
I was thinking about Sandlot earlier today. I'm surprised they haven't remade Sandlot. And like, dude, that's untouchable. The kids in that movie, all of them, like, they're all so different, and they all bring something special to the movie. Like, it just don't get that a lot anymore.
Yeah, and that movie, like, and I'm glad you brought that up because that movie resonated with a lot of people our age, like boys and girls. It's crazy. Like, you bring up Sandlot in a crowded room, everyone's going, "Oh yeah, I remember that movie. I love that movie." You're not going to hear anyone say the movie sucks.
No.
And if you do, I think you and I should find it.
And it's just like I was saying, the whole cast, like every character in there is like brings something special. Like nowadays, if there's like a big group like that, you'll get like a couple of them that are, significant, and the rest all just kind of blend together.
Right. But that let's say National Treasure, that TV series on Disney Plus. It's actually really good. I was like, why are they doing this? Started watching it like a while ago, and I was like, dude, this is really good. So that is it's not like it's set in the same universe. It's just expanding on what Nicolas Cage did. It's kind of like a spin-off, but not really. It's just continuing off of what happened prior in a way. It's its own like thing, but it's good. Like, that's the way things should be made. If they're going to do something connected to a universe, connect it the right way. It's written well. It's directed well. The acting's decent. It has.
What one did you just say?
National Treasure.
Oh
on
yeah,
Disney
I
Plus.
haven't watched it, but I heard good things about it.
It's good. The Nicolas Cage's buddy in that movie, Justin, I can't think of his name. He was in The Hangover. He was
Yeah.
Doug, right? Doug, yeah. He's in National Treasure, the TV show. So I was like, so they have that connection, and I was like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. The Mighty Ducks Disney Plus was great. It got canceled because Emilio Estevez didn't want to do it anymore.
Oh, he didn't come. Season 2 was one of the worst.
Yeah, that's what
season
I heard.
1 was.
Did I see both season? I know I saw season 1 for sure.
I heard season 2 sucked. I didn't watch it.
It did. You had Fergie's ex-husband being one of the coaches.
Oh, that's right, Josh Duhamel.
Mm-hmm.
What about? I know this is probably a very obscure comedy, but that movie Men at Work with the Estevez brothers with their trash
That was
cans.
funny. But see, those are kind of like movies that that people would like want to cancel. Like a good, like I said, Police Academy. I think people would cancel it or be like, this is not funny, and because it's different now. The comedy is very different from now, and it's just
and that's why
I don't know.
That's why you don't see a lot of comedies anymore because all these guys are afraid to say anything and make jokes.
I don't blame them. I mean,
let me ask you guys: do you guys watch a lot of stand-up comedy stuff, like on Netflix or YouTube?
Used to.
So you guys have heard of Matt Rife?
I think I know who you're talking about.
He's like 27. He was on it's that Nick Cannon show.
Wild and Out. Yeah, I know.
He's
the stocky guy. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He's selling out freaking places like left and right. And I watch his stuff on YouTube and I die laughing. I'm like, see, to me, he says a lot of shit like that's true, like fact, and he gets away with it. I'm like, and he's like, I get away with it because I'm beautiful and I'm white, and I'm like, that's probably true. I'm like, but dude, it's funny as shit, and I'm like, he's not afraid to say it, and he'll say, "Oh, I'm about to get canceled," and everyone will just laugh, and I'm like, yeah, dude, like, why can't we just go back to the way comedies used to be?
That's why comedians don't go to colleges anymore or universities. It's I don't know what's going on, but I don't know everybody's unhappy, I guess.
I had a Bill Cosby joke when you said that, but I won't say it.
Oh, well, the pudding.
Oh my god.
Well, I think that's a good spot to wrap it up for tonight.
As soon as you mentioned Bill Cosby, we got to cancel.
Yep. No, but seriously,
we got to cancel.
It's 9:00.
Yeah.
The first night back, a little rusty, but we'll get there.
You're not rusty, dude. You did
great, bro. Did good.
By the way,
you had some great topics.
I appreciate you guys joining me tonight. It was fun.
Of course, anytime.
It's an honor to be here with you, bro. Thank you for thinking of for me and then us, me and T. But I know that you know T more than me. But thank you, man. Like, I really appreciate that. This was fun, and hope to do it again with you some more and talk about. I mean, because I think all three of us think the same way with movies and enjoy the same things. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Anytime. We'll definitely do this again. But I thank you to everybody that came. That was in the chat. Saw some new faces tonight. Appreciate you guys being here. You guys have anything you want to bring up? Or
anything want to bring up? Yeah, I want to bring up the charity T-shirt that I created.
You got your stuff.
So I have that. I designed it. I partly designed it with somebody else. What? Charity T-shirts to raise money, about $2,500 to go spend all that money to buy Christmas gifts for kids or families. Basically, we have this thing in Northern California. I'm pretty sure this is all around the United States, maybe. So there's this Christmas tree that they have in our mall, and you can pick a family to adopt. Basically, my goal is to adopt every one of those families to give them. So they list, I think it's like 2 things that they need and 1 thing they want, and that's where all that money will go. I'm going to go film everything toy hunting wise for like toys or clothes, whatever it is they need. That's the goal. $2,500 is the goal. Starting on the 30th, so the day after Colin's birthday, at the end of the month, it'll go from then to October 31st. and all more details and when it goes up on whatever website will be coming shortly. So that is my thing. JJ, what about you?
What about me? Well, I'm gonna try to get the. I'm not that sexy. Actually, Dre said, "Great show with rock stars." Actually, these guys are the rock stars. I'm the ghetto superstar. So remember that.
Ghetto
no, I'm hoping to see if I can get that the post game show for the fantasy leagues, especially you and I that lost. But I want to put more of that in the channel. I'm still under construction, as you can see. I'm in a temporary place for live streams, so I'm still trying to get that going. I've been more on Whatnot, as you can see. Spidey moves, and some of his followers are here, and that's one of the things. One of my goals before the end of the year is try to get a lot of the people from Whatnot and YouTube to collab, so we can bring this community better and not just for YouTube but for Whatnot, so everybody could get to know each other, because there's a lot more people out there that are into the stuff that we're into, and it's beautiful. Like I didn't know he was into cards until I saw him with the Marvel Beginnings, and then he came into the Friday night show with Spidey moves, and that's awesome. And that's one of my things I want to do. My town is upcoming is they're having a Comic-Con, and I'm thinking of selling some stuff at the Comic-Con, so maybe I'll do a video on that. So I want to try to focus on doing a little more videos, but more than anything, I want to hang out with you guys. That's the more important thing to me. So yeah,
it's the most fun part, doing these lives with people.
Yep.
I was going into Whatnot, and then I just fell off. I saw your message the other night, and I was like, I saw it too late. Otherwise, I would have jumped in there.
Scan that QR code to follow Spidey moves, or screenshot this right now.
Question before we go, Colin. Did the votes go through? Because I did the other ones, and I don't know if I did it as many times, because it still said you were in 12th place, but I don't believe that.
I don't know.
It's gonna fluctuate.
Yeah, it's gonna fluctuate.
Oh, but I voted twice with a good amount of votes. So that's the thing. Let me see.
Get him to number one.
That's what I'm trying to do. We can win that 13.
Oh, that also reminds me.
Saying 13.
I'm gonna be on everything plastic Saturday.
Oh, darn it.
You got another live stream on Saturday?
So be possibly on one tomorrow with let me double check. Almost said Hey Archer, but that's not who I'm gonna be on. With All Things Geek, talking movie possibly. Definitely be one on Saturday with Everything's Plastic. Chris from Newfoundland, Canada. And then October something I'll be on Hello Dope Julie's podcast. I'm all over the place.
Got a busy week, dude.
Trying to be more out there a little bit more. I got a little bit more free time. Toy hunting is on the back burner. I'm concentrating on brand awareness, Whatnot, and making JJ laugh. So
I'm doing good. I want to make y'all laugh. That's the way I am. I want to make everybody laugh. Gotta enjoy life, guys. Gotta enjoy life. If we don't, then what the hell are we doing here?
Right.
All righty. So we are going to
Thanks again, Colin. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Brandon.
Thank you guys for coming. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Again, appreciate you guys coming and supporting. And I will be back next Wednesday. So until then, see you guys later. Peace out.
That F and Figures podcast.